place. That's Everbank Field in Jacksonville, Florida. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Houston Texans and the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Green 39, green 39.
They go play action here on first down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. So they will set up shop. Excellent field position in the red zone at the 19-yard line. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. Nothing doing on his first run. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Tried to get the edge there. The defense just too quick to the ball.
That's what we call total team defense there. Can't get to the edge, no place to move it inside, and then allows everyone else to run to the ball and create a big-time tackle for no gain for the offense.
To throw Mariota. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's King. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. They're still in search of the first down after that last completion. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it first and goal. And here we go on first and goal. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Jags have taken the early lead. And this is up and good. The score now 7-0 Jaguars. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. And now out comes Houston. Now last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. It looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down in bounds. Going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Second down following the run. From the gun, Bowen. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. And now following the incomplete pass, we'll get a timeout here for an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. And they'll run it here. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And the Jags grab it. Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Even the great ones, some of the best, they're not immune. To the fumble, and here it really hurts them.
If the ball gets away from any runner's body, that's when the defense pokes at it, swipes at it, swats at it, and finds a way to create a big play for themselves.
So they almost turn it over there. Scary moment. Second down here. Following the fumble recovery. Bowen. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. And a nice gain of 21 yards. He missed on his first three passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you wonder, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
And, oh, a good hit there and knocked down hard at the 33. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. So second and medium, 2nd and 5 now. They'll run it now out of the gun. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on third down. Going to give this time to the tailback. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a fourth down.
But this was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
Oh, and Sturgis hung that one out to the right. Off the mark, it's no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
It looked good when it left his foot, but he kind of sliced it a little bit, and he winds up missing it wide right.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And spins away. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Six yards to go here on second down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
3rd and short yardage. Mariota. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's got some space here. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great effort there with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. Now we'll get our first update of the afternoon for the Meadowlands. It's the Colts in that one that have grabbed the early lead. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Alongside the former defensive back Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Jaguar football as we begin quarter number 2, as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And now out comes Houston. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
10 yards still left on second down.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 18. And he is level. Knocked down hard, right around the 31. The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Hoping now to get back in the end zone on his 4th possession. Now they try the right side here. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. 30, the 20, 10, touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there. On his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. The point after now for Aguayo. And it is now 21-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And now out comes Houston. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Look, the first down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it. And boy, the reward was there. A big, big pickup. And guess what? It's now 3rd and very short in order to try and pick up a first down. With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. They'll roll him out right. Throwing right, and that's complete. They get 25 yards out of that one. And the Texans are going to have a first.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
On 1st and 10, Bowen. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Hitting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Bowen. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Jags grab it. 20, 10, and they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. Around the NFL, we've got a second quarter score. Early lead in that one for the Packers. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this. Throwing on 1st down. Bowen. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And the Jags grab it. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guy's in the cornerback position.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
Partners, we well know long kickoff returns set up big-time momentum for the team with the ball. But how about the defense? They've gone on the field, understood the situation, and really held up strong.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great play there. On his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Jaguars continue to roll. Elsewhere, a score update from New Orleans. And it's an early lead there for the Saints. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And that is what you call a hit stick. Put down to the ground hard at the 44-yard line. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
Single, slop. Hey, you're on an island over there. Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
On first down, Bowen. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard.
Here we go now. Green, 39.
Throwing again. Bowen. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
Well, sometimes those cliches really come true, don't they? When they talk about it takes all 11 to play good defense. We've seen that in this ball game. I think the secondary has to be singled out, though. They are in the presence of every receiver whenever the ball's thrown. And this one, they help force another incompletion.
Back to throw. Bowen. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Elsewhere, a score update from New Orleans, and it's an early lead there for the Saints. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. First down, Mariota. Throw left side complete. It's Pierce. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Now it's a bootleg with Mariota. He's got his man on the crossing route. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys in plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
So this brings up a 2nd and 2. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Hey, we got three. Three down.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know, defensive end, He wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that one.
Now a handoff here to his running back. There he goes inside the 30. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Now a play fake here on first down. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
Terrific coverage in the end zone that time. Forced him out of the pocket to his right. I thought maybe try and run it there, but no one came open for him. Nice job by the defense of not getting out of their lanes.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. Second down and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Down to the 25. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Working out of the gun, Mariota. And Robinson with a big catch. First down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And he's brought down. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. So now it's 1st and goal. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. A great effort there. Taking it in. And the Jaguars are pouring it on. Aguayo on for the PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Here's the Texans offense now, readying for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down.
Let's go. Green, 39. Green.
And to give this time to the tailback. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
Green, 39.
On third down, Bowen. And the Jags get to him as down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
They're going to try and throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Now they try the right side here. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he'll get this down only to the 18. 1 yard officially on the pickup, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 11.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 11. And now here's a carry heading left. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down.
Well, he was stopped on that play, but he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. Looking around the league from Raymond James Stadium, they're in the 3rd quarter in Tampa. The gap has widened there. The Packers have scored again. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. That's fielded in the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Double tight, guys, double tight. Set. 3-19. 3-19.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. And the offense behind the chains here a touch on 2nd and 11. And they're definitely showing blitz here. To throw on 2nd down. Bowen. And incomplete on the deep ball. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive.
Let's go. Green, 39.
To throw on 3rd down. Bowen. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
All right, here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he gets this one up just shy of the 35 to the 34. Well, he was just trying to contain DeAndre Hopkins, and he got a little too close.
And because of his ability to line up in different spots on the field and come at you from different angles, different guys have to cover him, and all of them have the same issue. How do you do it without interfering? In this case, it didn't get done.
The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. Back-to-back gains of 17, and they are really on the march now. It's a first down. First and 10. Bowen. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
To throw again. Bowen. And he'll get it down here to the 43. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top.
There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Houston. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans are able to make things a bit more respectable. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Are you... You're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get free, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Brandon, it's all about pace and tempo now for them. They've got the advantage, so I'm going to put musical terms for you. You don't want to go prestissimo. That's too quick, too lively, right? But you also don't want to slow it down too much. You don't want to go lento. What you really want to be is moderato. Nice and even, nice and steady, get those gains, and close out the game.
I think that chicken parm from last night's gone to your head. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down. On 3rd down, Mariota. He'll have a first down past the 40. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's brought down. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through three quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, it's almost a tendency breaker.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12. I think this defense tired of seeing him run the football. This D-line probably getting sick of the O-line as well.
And as I'm watching this, I'm thinking about a conversation I had with Adam Gase, the head coach of the Miami Dolphins in the offseason. He told me that he asked his running backs each week for their favorite runs. Give me your 3 top runs. And right now, you're seeing a guy that's probably using his top runs to great advantage in this game.
He is in a zone. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And to give this time to the tailback. Now the ball comes loose. And the Texans say they have it. They do.
You and I have been around teams, and they all have goals for games, don't they? And every team we've ever talked to says what?
No turnovers.
Don't turn the ball over. 0. And they were that close to getting it done. Won't cost them today, but they'll hate that when they're watching the game tape.
Following the fumble recovery. Bowen. And he'll be down at the 6-yard line. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this Be Who You Are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're all set, ready for whatever they put out there.
It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And now out comes Houston. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
2nd down following the incompletion.
Here we go. Green.
Throwing again. Bowen. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Give him 3 on the play, and just like that, it's 3rd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
On third down. It's Douglas. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's fourth down. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Let's go.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did.